but smoke down late, post-plant smoke. They saved one for that. It's going to make things a little more difficult. Now, the advantage to Big on the retake is that simply armor. The ability to take the fights. Apex and Alex both without. Still an aid and a flash for Alex to work with, and that aids RPK as it came over for Main. He's got the shot. Apex goes down, though. Taps him with the headshot all onto Alex. 3 players to face him. Oh, nade on the bomb. It missed. Tabson was low enough, 1 HP, that he would have easily been taken down, but then he had to peek, and peeking against 2, it just would have been shot after shot going right through the armorless body, so it is 1-0 for Big.
Well, 3 players survive as well, so that's a convincing victory for the Germans there.
Rocks, that cues in Gobby. He follows it up to take down MBK as well, dropping the bomb yet again, but ZywOo, second 1 dig of the round.
Third.
Alex, he did get a third. He got Gobby. Alex inside connector has taken out next. We snapped away as that looked like the more promising action, but what a fantastic deagle round for ZywOo. He will eventually perish. He goes down to Tizian, who has the HP advantage, a kit armor. He can concede the bomb plant, but an AUG picked up for Alex. He's got head armor as well. You may give him the advantage on this. If he can get the bomb down and actually get some distance between he and Tizian, or just take the fight. Oh my goodness. Might have got away with one.
Maybe you thought the situation there was expecting a CT flank, but Tizian plays it to perfection there. 2 versus 1 after 3 ZywOo 1 digs come through.
The AWP, RPK, he pulled it back. I have to give credit to Nex. He got information when there was no one else able to spot inside a middle, fell back, stayed efficient, and found 2 kills inside of the site. It's quite spectacular, but it's all on the tank to pull it together for Vitality. Flash out, it worked. Caught off Gobby, took him down, but got a dink through the wall in the process, and he's got to find the off. Oh, that's easy. He spotted it. He had dead to rights, and Tabson responds his 10th kill in 4 rounds, and it's Big up 4-0.
Vitality can't catch a break. Big go 4 to
the AWP, RPK. He pulled it back. I have to give credit to Nex. He got information when there was no one else able to spot inside a middle, fell back, stayed efficient, and found 2 kills inside of the site. It's quite spectacular, but it's all on the tank to pull it together for Vitality. Flash out, it worked. Caught off Gobby, took him down, but got a dink through the wall in the process, and he's got to find the off. Oh, that's easy. He spotted it. He had dead to rights, and Tabson responds his 10th kill in 4 rounds, and it's Big up 4-0.
Vitality can't catch a break. Big go 4 to
ZywOo is having the right peek though. Oh, he spots him, so he knows the Gratisfaction going for the bomb.
He's coming.
Yeah, this should be over.
He jumped over the shot! Gratisfaction doing parkour, but it's not enough! Oh, that was cool.
Oh, I thought chaotic round there was.
Creep in slowly. We saw nearly 2 force buy wins from Vitality early on, so Big's kind of answering that call. They're up to the task, because otherwise the game was slipping out of control. That's a very important round to win on the eco, and this one's easier. They'll keep all 5 alive, just as Vitality did 2 rounds ago, and now it's them back in the money seat. It's quite an interesting game. It's a bit of a pendulum.
I needed to see that from Nex's POV. In my book, there shouldn't be a world where Tabson and Nex can win this without any utility or kits up against 3. With the weaponry they have, it just looks like a very unlikely procedure, but that is a great play.
Yeah, great read. As soon as the flash came in, he knew what it meant. They have this. They could push this. MBK's not in a great position. He's got one on either side. As soon as he faces behind, Tabson wants to pounce, but he knows shortly that MBK's considered that. He nearly got away with it, but Nex holds on. We're going to have an 8-7 half.
That's huge from Big. They shouldn't have won that round. Vitality with a massive advantage in terms of the firepower and manpower as well, but somehow it will be Big to defuse the bomb without a kit. It is going to be 8-7. We split it right down the middle. A nice lifeline there for Big right at the end. It's good to post a round like that at the end. Very well for them at least. And we go round 20 here. Full eco for Vitality. These teams seem very equally matched. Will be taken down though. Couldn't really afford to drop that weapon so early on. I don't think they'll lose the round, but still, he gets out-dueled by a USP at that range. It's not ideal. And ZywOo's got the Krieg now. Going into surprise tactics on Tara. That's more like it. They take a lot of damage in the process, but they are finding kills here with the AK-47s. It's up to Apex to bring things back in Vitality's favor, and that's one hell of a shot. The one bang with the AUG as he continues to find kills here. ZywOo that arrives at the scene of the crime just in time. It's going to be 13-10. It looked like Big.
Round so vitally important. Alexi B going to get taken out courtesy of JKS, leaving Aerial to make a move. But the players have been thinned out so much from the Finns, it's so difficult to see how they can pull this one off. Aerial's been dinked to make matters even worse, and Sergey is going to find himself one, but surely the damage has already been done. Player from Pit's going to be Liaz. He's going to open up his account in this round alongside Aerial, who comes in for 2. May not expect 2 players to be stacked on the banana side, and unfortunately for Ents, Azza was playing passively. Renegades will pick up the first round.
That is quite nicely done. Ariel almost able to handle it, but just not to be. Very, very close round. Nice job. But they mentioned him at the desk, a player who has to. The thing, this is the only piece of danger that Ents has. At Renegades, forced to slow down. No rifles, no weaponry other than the pistols, and now Alu's forced back. But there's so many players here. They can spam through the smoke, but CT spawn's been opened by Gratisfaction, wrapping over towards Library. Another kill. The AK is salvaged, and all of a sudden things have turned.
Turn around briskly, and now it's pretty much Renegades returning the favor. Really poor buy. Gratisfaction insta headshot onto X7. He was the last line of defense on B. And I think at this stage, Ents safe. There's no real hope of them retaking. Sure, they've got kits and some nades, but they know that their economy is going to be so destroyed after this round if they can't keep these weapons.
What a great round from Gratisfaction. I'm not sure. Alu got isolated pretty heavy in that CT side archway. He had two teammates, obviously the smoke blocking them. I thought that might have been enough to be able to just deal some damage through it, but they turned that corner so fast. Caught Alu off guard, and the extra AK.
They've been so solid with the AKs as an organ play as well for Azza. Early banana presence being established from both teams, grenades being exchanged. There is a boost over there from the perspective of Alu's gonna see Liaz.
For the offensive side, this is gonna be their last purchase before they have to sit a couple rounds out.
Double mollies being utilized from the B players, gonna once again keep Renegades down. There's a grenade following it up, chips away 3 players. Well worth the $300. They're stuck between 2 Molotovs. That's gonna expend 1 smoke. And keep in mind, they didn't really come into this round with too much. Now it's gonna be the pincer movement from Ents, both coming in with their automatic weapons spraying through the smoke. X7 going to take the initiative, decide to push the T's. Bomb's gone out in the open, sprays for a second player and gets that too. X7's on a tear, gives his team such an advantage. And now Alexi B is trying to clean up the rest. JKS is able to at least counteract with a frag of his own, but the rotation's already in place.
That's such a sick round from Ents. The 2 B defenders, they do everything perfect. The 2 Molotovs trapping Renegades, forcing them back, and the aggression behind it as well.
And Ents are playing this really smart. When they know that there's going to be upgraded pistols, the worst you can do is go for these constant peaks and play into the Deagle's power. They're hitting and running, they're keeping in formation, strength in numbers mentality, and going to force Renegades to push this smoke if they want to get there anytime soon. Only 20 seconds left. Looking for a boost. I think Alexi B is going to see that very soon. Not quite, just around the corner. There we go. Peeks out a little bit further, and that's the round done. Bomb's been dropped out. Alexi B padding the stats with a 3K. And Ents very well played in the end.
And they take the lead as well. 6-5 now. Come low. Even with the man advantage, they can get doubled up very easy in the pit. Here's Sergey. It's his chance. It's his time, and he delivers. No more pressure coming up mid. They wanted pit first, and it's not going to happen. And Alu is going to get the final 3 kills. Convincing defense from Ents. They have won 8 of the last 9 rounds.
Real quick, flashbang over to have a quick peek. No one's home just yet. Jacob, though, going to hold the close angle. Head peeks round, just needs to back away. It's so important he doesn't die.
Renegades are being really proactive for information, and you're exactly right. That puts him also in a position to get picked off. Hasn't happened yet. This is going to be a split towards that B bomb site. 3 players from Ents coming through, but there's the crossfire. Oz has shown up 3 quick kills. They needed him. He had only 3 in the first half, and he's doubled his scoreline. It's on JKS.
Heavily tacked up their process. The grenades now starting to rip and shred through Ents. Jacob going to capitalize onto Alexi B. And with a second smoke perfectly placed, stops Ents from really counteracting with a rush. If they push through this smoke, it's going to be a complete massacre. Oh, the timing on the reload could not have been worse, but he's not going to get punished for it, Jacob.
Might have actually been a good thing. Reloading, and as soon as he sees someone, he backs away. Couldn't even have fought if he wanted to stick around. Alu, it feels like, saw that smoke coming and wanted to take a fight just before it plumed, and he's punished for that aggression. 3 players here, final 3 players for Ents in this round. Molotov, 2 smokes, and a flashbang. And you're probably feeling like you might as well just hit this B bomb site. This is the best opportunity. Here comes the smoke, but that AUG is just too strong. Holding the angles. Jacob able to crouch and pop right back up, and now JKS gets aggressive. Player getting up top, Liaz waiting. Oh, he just pre-fires when he sees the flashes. He's gonna go for another. Not able to do it, but where's his team? So many players. Oh, the knife is out. Liaz gets it. He's still alive somehow. And this is a disaster for Ents. It's all falling apart.
What is going on here, Moses? How is this happening? Renegades of
These T rounds, but they seem to be very all in. Not a whole lot of plan Bs for the Finns, and Liaz gonna continue his tear at the A bomb site. He's got 3 so far, going for a 4th, and he's gonna get that too. 12-12, all tied up down the stretch, heading into round 25.
Ents will have a buy coming in and a pretty solid one at that. I'm curious what Alu's going to do. He's got 5,800. Does he go in with the AWP? It really is a 50-50 in my mind. Liaz, of course, is going to be reaping the rewards of all the damage that was done earlier from grenades. And Alu...
They're not done yet. Bomb will get to the site on the back of that shot, thankfully, with 8 seconds left. Because that in the rounds, or that in itself would have been the round if Guardian went down.
One Molotov thrown towards Pop Dog was fantastic. You can see what it's done to the CTs now. They've had to separate. One connector, one at Ivy. Time ticking away. They have both got kits. But 2 kills to find on this outside bomb site is an incredibly difficult procedure. And they'll actually turtle up together as well. Guardian focusing towards Pop Dog until he hears a defuse come through. He'll flash and then peek, I'd assume. As now Angel's going to be spotted. Guardian's going to nail that shot. No problem at all. Issa, his days are numbered and he just bails out of the situation. It's going to be FaZe to win the round. He gets the AWP. Their money is actually pretty decent, especially if he saves his weapon. He'll be able to drop one, no problem. They could even go for a double AWP setup. Like we said, those grenades was on targets. They would have got the kill.
Like
there
that?
it is.
Like
Just
that
like
one?
that.
He was even
Indeed.
scoped in looking at it. He just
Okay.
couldn't respond in time. Nico can. If they want to push through and try and take that off, Nico's going to protect it with a Molotov, trying to press the E key on top of it. They're just feeding the man.
Yeah, it was getting a little bit scary with the Molotov in his hand, but actually worked out perfectly. Not too much panic, and he'll win the round as it goes to a 4-on-2. Is there an Angel? Deagles, no armor. The only kill they've got so far is the aforementioned HG grenade. But right now, just waiting.
Shox has done so much damage. Simple's on 1 HP. Definitely not the player from Na'Vi's perspective you'd want in this position. And with the rotation somewhat stalling out, G2 are looking good. Flamey's gonna have to go in. Lucky takes his head clean off his shoulders, putting even more pressure on the rest of Na'Vi. As it stands, Edward in a confrontation, gonna get the better of Shox, and now suddenly the player advantage going firmly in Na'Vi's hands. They're actually gonna get this retake.
What a round from Edward. That is so well done. Remember, Edward's the only one with 1 left, and he's on Rap side. There's the peek from Zeus. He gets blind. 1 for 1. That's not the worst thing in the world. Edward gonna peek the angle, gets the dink, can't find the finish up. Great kills from Body. Simple's got to get aggressive to get out of the crossfire. Oh, 2 stunning headshots. Another heroic performance. But Simple did it. He turned the round in Na'Vi's favor. And a cheeky grin on his face.
And that, if you're new to Counter-Strike, if this is about with 2 kills, 2 very impactful frags, and now that Electronics made a move through the smoke, he's going to pounce with 2, looking for a 3rd, can't get it done, a lot of damage has been inflicted, and it's a 1-on-1. Flamey going to have to make the long traversal move from B through on the A side. Kenny's not been able to get the bomb planted just yet, though. Still plenty of time. Going to smoke off towards the library side. And at this stage, from a B's perspective, he has no idea. Has Flamey rotated up mid? Has he gone through library side? Neither player really knows where the other is at this stage, but now the bomb has been faked. Flamey's not going to fall for it. Kenny just going to plant safe. This does mean he's going to have a claustrophobic hold, though. Once Flamey starts to make a move in, he just has an opener. Sidearm at his disposal, and Kenny, yes, with the superior firepower, is going to light up Flamey, and G2 win their first round in a while.
3 kills for Kenny in that round. That's a huge performance. You could see Flamey won it.
Back away, they know how vitally important this is. Nade's going to be exchanged. I think Shox may have just caught a glimpse of Zeus, but the flashbang going to do enough to force him back. There's no avenging frag, but Electronic will get the upper hand onto Lucky. Puts a bullet between his eyes. This puts way more pressure on B than G2 are hoping for this early on in the round.
He's got no nades as well. Shox has to take a heads-up fight, and it's not going to work. Kenny rotating over now, but again, the op stuck behind the smoke. It's so difficult, and Body and Jax aren't even rotating over. They haven't moved yet. But I thought the T side, I thought they put together a pretty good effort, and if a couple different rounds change, I think they have a much better first half to work on moving forward. But either way, haven't really been able to slow down this Na'Vi onslaught. Here we go, push down mid, try and catch Na'Vi off guard, no nades to signal it's coming, and Edward loves that. He loves it very, very much. 4 quick kills.
Money in the bank, ADR, everything you could ask for. I mean, he was already doing well up until that point, so you can't even...
Drops Incendiary to allow him to pick towards middle. It works out perfectly. Nitro dropped. And this is the final round as well. No saving here. Do they just fake this and go back towards B? It looks like it's going to be a pretty clumsy fake. Just one smoke in. Run back towards the site. Not very convincing. The CTs aren't buying it.
No, third line's going to say, look what's already there. Fitch waiting on the pillar. Does go down to Naf. He's been excellent on entry. Stewie's got Kickered. They did cause some movement on Crizin, but even on low HP, 22. He finds 2 kills, and he's got a chance for more. Naf has to shut this down. He and Jame in another one-on-one. You're right, there is no time. Jame wins this one on time. He won the last one on a defuse, which is arguably a form of time. And it's 8-7 Avangard half.
They get 5 rounds in a row at the end. They took a timeout, they adapted, and they end up winning the half. Avangard
needs to be careful not to get spotted from Cat. Did take down Buster. He was low HP. He's still got to do further damage, though, and allow Twist in. He's done that, but he's caught off by Bags. He gets by it. Reload, I think, required for Kicker, or he just didn't have the confidence to peek again. But low HP for both. Kit down. He's trying to play this with the sandbags to cover it. They get off it. They want to take the fight. They'll get it. Twist just barely.
He finds the kid on the floor. It wasn't pretty, but they get the job done. 2 versus 1. It looked like the terrorists actually had the advantage at one point, but they managed to get the kill, and that's a sigh of relief, I would say.
Liquid's getting a little bit desperate with their positioning, pushed up with these pistols in corners, waiting for players to fall into them almost. Twist and Stewie together on the site. Stewie's on 9 kills, just to note. Twist on 11. And we're saying as well that switching Twist with Taco, they play similar positions on T side. They had to make some adjustments between Naf and Twist to make room for him. Speaking of, he steps out, 2 fantastic kills, and he gets away as well. That single smoke down entrance side of Monster. Crizin couldn't chase him to the sandbags, and he'll double up. They've got trade potential, another headshot. What a round so far on the CZ75 from Twists. And they'll have confidence. They know James out toward Monster.
2 smokes remaining on the T side. They're going to use them. Bank. CT steps. Try and get through. Nitro, though, in position, but not for long. That's the opening pick they were looking for. Flashbang towards Elige as well. That smoke will help him out. Just going to get a little bit deeper towards long. They're not going to have time to really check that. They'll get the bomb down, and that should be a chance for the retake to come through. He might find all the kills himself. It looks like what was turning into a bit of a horrible situation there for Team Liquid is recovered by the nice positioning of Elige there. Noticing there was no presence towards long.
This force buy is working spectacularly.
Get Right's also been demolished. Nothing going the way of NIP in round 2, that's for sure. And if they could hold on, maybe do some damage on their way out, it'd be better than nothing. But Lekr and Forest still with a mountainous task ahead of them. Bomb hasn't been planted. It's really one of the only silver linings on the very dark cloud that looms overhead. And 40 seconds to try and stop this from taking shape. Lekr, who was such a beast in the pistol round, is going to get instantly silenced courtesy of Cirque's sidearm. And now Forest is the last to fall. Doesn't even have a chance to react, just instantly dead.
They didn't even do any damage. Breezy was down.
Damage outside was absolutely ridiculous. This is Forest, from his perspective, the saved AK-47 used against the terrorists. And 2-2, we are all tied up, but it's going to be NRG on the force now.
We've seen NIP create something from nothing, so like being splashed with cold water if you're NRG, feeling very confident. You get returned, responded upon immediately after winning a round by just pistols and an AK, and then Forest shuts you down again on that upper bomb site. So we'll have to see how they decide to change things. That was a very slow played round without a whole lot of pressure across the map. They only had the 2 weapons, and Lekr gonna get himself 4, goes for the ace, and why not? He wanted it. He's gonna get stopped by Evil. You can really feel it. Nice one from Breezy. Still a long way to go. Either way, even if they lose this round, this is a very good start for them to kind of grind that economy away. And Breezy, he's done it again. Lekr falls. Forest still yet to get into the action, but you can see he wants it.
It is the 2 veterans left. How many times have they been in situations like this? Hundreds, and Breezy is going to pick up a 3rd single-handedly, taking this round away from the Ninjas. Get Right's found himself some prey behind silos, and Breezy with a 4K. That is a phenomenal round.
Yeah, that's pretty unreal. You're not going to get that every single time, but NRG needed a little bit of life, a little bit of wind in their sails, and obviously bomb site, he has to stop this hit. Flashbang out, but he's going to spin around. He wants to give the appearance that he's defending stairs and catch these ramp players off guard. Here he is off angle there, headshot into the cleanup, and he's going to get another one. Forrest continues to deliver. And it's just Cirque. It looked good for NRG, but they've been ground down and have no more mistakes to give in this one, and Forrest again gonna catch Cirque completely off guard. Triple kill in the round from Forrest.
It just makes you smile to see someone playing this well.
High HP players take priority, but Forrest is just lying in wait. He hasn't been involved yet. That's gonna be an easy one. Flushes out his position though. They now realize, but Lekro inside the site can distract. Forrest does go down, and Fugly's got two. All of a sudden, it's just Lekro who's dinked it. Fugly's gonna get it. The final kill comes out. NRG gonna stay alive just barely. 3 kills for Fugly.
But the nightmare is that losing 4 players, they're not going to have a huge amount to play with in the next round. I'm pretty sure Fugly can get his hands on the Galil that was dropped behind the site. There we go, he's just picked it up and can drop his CZ to somebody else, but it's not going to be a fantastic buy. The question is, do NIP want to go in for this? Their economy's also rough. Do they want to hold back and say, okay, NRG, fair enough, you've got some weapons in here? Or do they want to be in round 22, just shy of 30 seconds, time dwindling away? Rez does have an AK-47, maybe can put it to good use. You've been playing very well so far. They're going to get a bomb plant, if nothing else, out of this round. And it also shifts the dynamic of the round. Now it's the CTs that have to engage. Now it's the CTs that have to look for those entries back onto the site. Rez playing up close, trying to use the off angle, gets the first, oh, and the second, spinning around, somehow still alive, leaving Ethan in a one-on-one now against Forrest. Breezy was caught from the backside. The bomb planted for Forrest. He can stop this and delay it. Surely not. NRG are going for the full defuse. Forrest can see it, comes around the corner and clutches around. Rez, though, deserves to take a bow. He was phenomenal.
That is
Opportunities that you expect on the T side, but there's Forrest from the side. Ethan had no idea. Breezy was in hut, but the bomb's actually dropped to his feet. Information gathered. This now forces NIP into aggressing back in there. Forrest is going to be the man to pick it up. And there is Rez 2, the 2-star top fraggers in this map. Chip together, chime in, and bring us down to another 2-on-2. And it will be a post plan.
Here we go. Best chance NIP's had in quite some time. Molotov up top. It's going to delay things just a little bit longer. Forrest would love to reposition. He has no idea where these NRG players are. Now he's going to spot the head. Great damage to Fugly. Cirque has the ult as well. They can't be aggressive, and Rez is going to finish it off. 3 kills for him, and Forrest and Rez again deliver. Time after time, keeping NIP in the lead, 14-13.
Unbelievable. Must both be, brings us back once again. Forrest and Rez, it's that duo once more that stands between NRG and a potential round win. NIP and a potential match victory. Ethan going in, using the smoke to his advantage. Forrest can't see anything. Rez gonna try and spam. Here comes Forrest. Through the smoke, gets one. Cirque's holding down the defuse and gets it in amongst the smoke. NRG live to fight another day.
What a miracle Cirque delivers there. Both smokes on the ground. Forrest gets...
It works out.
He's done it. It nearly caught them off. He's got it down to a one-on-one as well. Stanislaw, just 8 HP to work with. As he tries to get back inside of the site, Glaive knows he's going to be going to the bomb, so too will he, but doesn't want to overstep the mark. 2 kills already for Glaive. He's heard him tap it, and he'll run out to take down the Canadian. It's 7-1 for Astralis. Keep in mind, this is our last sort of bracket, if you want to call it that, between this and the A-stream of 0-0 games, our opening games, our 1-0 or 0-1, and then we reset everything after this to figure out who plays who going on.
Shazam, as he'll nail the first, and now he knows he's under pressure. He needs to hit every single shot.
He's doing it. They're turning this around, Complexity. Astralis changing the pace, got caught out a few times. Device does hit 1 deke from way downtown. Shazam goes out of the round with 2 kills, and Device, well aware of who he killed and what weapon he had, goes around to get the AWP, and as soon as he gets it, he finds Def way back towards CT. Hasn't had to do a lot, hasn't had to be a highlight machine so far, Device, but more than capable. As soon as he picks up the op, knew the exact angle of where to look. He'll now hold at red crate. If he goes any further forward, Stanislaw is waiting with the M4. They might actually push this as well. He's back over to the Deagle, but he has the angle lined up. AWP swings out. Got traded. Ricky was there. That's why they went. That's why they had the courage to do so. Bomb gets planted, and it's on to Magisk. He's got one already toward the stairs. That'll give an AUG to pick up. Doesn't have to peek on Ricky as of yet. Nuke, if you were on the opposing side.
Yes, if you're on the CT side, it's actually pretty terrifying.
Dupree upstairs. Bomb is in the hands of Xyp9x. So it's a 5-on-2. It's now a 3-on-2. As Xyp9x gets nothing pushing through from the ramp as well. And you can see complexity. They're getting picked off one by one in too many situations. Shazam scoped in. I think they heard that. That would have been audible from that point. So they're already going to try and smoke him off the angle. Molotov, even better. So he can't just stand there. He's got to remove himself completely. And as a flash comes through from Amen, it actually blinds up both, but they can't afford to push that either. So this suddenly becomes Astralis with the advantage. Clever positioning from Xyp9x. He's going to go all the way up on top of the hut. Knows Shazam wants to come back in from that angle, but has to get off because Dupree gets in a battle. Xyp9x can control the peak. 1-on-2. Finds Def walking in already. They had no idea that he'd actually rotated back into the hut, and he just plays the bomb at this point. A 5-on-2, and with one shot, Xyp9x finds 11 as they pull it back to... That's a fair point, yeah, that's... Interesting how he was right, but yet couldn't implement it. I think that's now that people are more used to it, and the meta's changed.
So
it's comfortable.
filthy.
That is very nice. Positioning is brilliant from Glaive. Edge of the railing, just enough of an elevation. Device, Molotov's off the ramp, tries to slow them down. He's hoping that if that funnels them, they back away on Turnpike. That's why Magisk held station rather than trying to peek out against 4 of them. Instead, now Dupree gets lower. He gets into control. Device watches right side. He covers left. Everyone's got a shooting gallery. Dupree steps out, gets taken down, but Glaive gets 2. And it's now map point for Astralis to go 1-0 against Complexity.
Yeah, we know Astralis are winning at this point. To be fair to Complexity, the reasons you mentioned before, that it's not like they can for another kill. Dupree did damage.
You said 4 in 2018. He's got 2 this round.
That was me plucking out.
Yeah,
I can't remember what it was, but it was something
4
low.
sounds ridiculous.
That's the point I was making. I didn't think we'd ever analyze it, but
well,
I should
did.
take it back.
Foot and mouth. He's got 3 this round. He's a superstar. He's
going to double his total of 2018 right here, right now.
Oh,
he's done it.
He's got 4 already. It's so funny you said that number, and that's what he gets in 1 round on the op after we just said he never ops.
First still hasn't left library. And if Rush can find safety at the end of these halls, that might be the best play for him. Also, Zellsis not playing inside the B bomb site because Fur is going to head in that direction. Look at the time, though. Again, Zellsis is going to hear the footsteps, not only of Fur, but of Coldzera as well. He's going to know exactly where to look. He knows what's coming. That should be the round. I don't think there's time for Fur, and Rush just has to survive. Stay away from the fight, and Zellsis is just going to win it himself. 6-2. The clock is betraying MIBR.
Excellent.
And MIBR have split up. This is very uncharacteristic of this Brazilian core, of the Brazilian style of CS. And Taco, there's not much of a hope. No kit. There is a Molotov on automatic as well. He can play this to perfection. Taco's going to be looking towards CT spawn. Tap of the bomb, not defusing. Automatic going to get an easy one. Double tap. Taco's down. And MIBR, they came out flat. 16-3.
No, absolutely not. It's not acceptable, especially with the best of 3 now in the elimination game. So, either way, here we go. And it's going to be, I guess you'd call this a partial buy. Body's invested everything. So lucky and shocks, to be fair. So I guess this is a force. As they make their way through, they've taken so much damage here. The bomb's gone down towards B, so rotations will occur right now. Can Tizian stay alive? Always a decent anchor for them. I think he's underrated in terms of his ability to play a similar role to Body.
So, no harm, no foul, I suppose. Certainly without anyone inside of the window, but it did slow their approach down just a little bit to be sure of that. And Zantares still occupies inside a jungle. Ladder position as well for Nex. He didn't play Catwalk. We know how good he is when he plays there. That's why they've smoked it off. Zantares still kills out Lucky, and Nex holds. He holds everything at this point as well because I don't think Zantares spotted him, but Nex, okay, he does turn around and check it at least.
4-on-2, Shocks, Kenny. Not really much left between them. The AWP is up though, so there's always a threat. This duo, on paper, should be able to pull this round off. We'll see what they're capable of. 10 seconds remaining, and that might be it. Kenny absolutely taken down. That's more like it from Zantares. As it will be big answering back. Looking right in thinking that. They've got 2 players at B. That's going to be Tizian and Nex, but no HP player's gone down. Nex not looking as strong towards B as he did previously. Tizian, though, top fragging so far. 16 kills to his name. He knows Kenny's nearby, and he's hitting shots now. Final round up to God B. The old master making his way through the B apartments. He has got a kit, but only an HE. As we'll have to walk at about this point, nade the van and hope for the best tip. It's not looking good for him, though. Spotted now.
Absolutely was. They've already got the eyes on him with the op. Kenny switches over. Good movement from him. Your point to Zonzara is not inaccurate. Yesterday, Jason was saying and talking to them, they said they've got so much...
Now, the thing is, they have no utility on the T side here. Nex has to play in front of Smokes. He knows he'll be Molotov'd out of a ramp. He has to find something here. He can't just sit back and wait for the CT to touch the bomb.
There's certainly two toward Connector. He's gone already. One of the rifles down. Godby couldn't hit the jump. Zontara steps out, finds too nearly. Spray transferred it back to the inside of the site, but Jax, he's already swung out to find Godby, and the Molotov down. Kenny's on the bomb again. It's going to be 11-10. Sure, they made so much noise. Shocks, it's a one-on-one. Tizzy and Hit Lucky, they pulled this back. And Nex wants the fight, but Shocks is going to win it. It's 14 rounds for the French.
That's so huge. Just as we said, if Body buys that FAMAS and it turns out to be the difference maker, then that's such a godlike call. He pulls it out the last second of freeze time, ends up getting 3 kills with it. Really can't argue with the result, and that's such a huge round for G2 to pick up there. 14-13, they answer straight back. Their money.
Dust to Rush, which you love, but this one here should just be an absolute farm right now. As they push up the mid towards east, he's going to get tagged on down. He will fall.
Oh dear! Woxic should be able to keep hold of this one. Thank goodness Dead Fox is there, but Alexi B has found 2 with the USP. It's fun to say, even funner for Ents fans, because now all of a sudden fun is not a word. 2 versus 2. And my goodness, things have gone from bad to worse for Hellraisers. Charge up middle. Alexi's made the AK work. It's now all on Hobbit. He's only got a Mac 10 and they're pre-aiming him. They managed to make the full eco. And I think they're going to convert it. Hobbit's got no health, no hope. And no life left. Hence, they secure it with a CT charge up middle. Credit to Alexi B, though. They've been looking out for him. They say he's the fragger. He's from X7. He's right next to that smoke. But the flash, he's let him slip away just a little bit. Walks away, fires off the warning shots. Now he's going to catch them through smoke. They're all bleeding internally. He did tag up another. That's not enough, though. Hobbit down to 4, but he's still on site. Bomb will go down. The molly to keep them at bay. Throws the bomb to his injured teammate. I worry he could get caught on the spray from Alexi here. No, safe and sound for now. It's a 3 versus 2.
Big duel here.
He has to win this. Ariel about to challenge. Nice bait, but the molly's there. Oh, no, it's not. Woxic, Butterfingers, slips up on the molly. Now chooses to go wide and makes up for it. 2v2. Pressure being applied to Hobbit now. He just has to survive, and he's going to catch him just as the flashbang pops. Just on Alu now.
No kid either.
Yeah, he's going to start to back away, but punished again. Hobbit, how are you taking these fights? 4 HP, still willing to go. Look at that. That is an ambitious maneuver. They're starting to nurture quite the bank account here.
The protocol nades that are being used by Ents are actually getting used against them.
If not 3 Ds, and the Molotov forces them back. They've got so much time. No commitment necessary at this point as they try and claw back the round. It's round 14 here. Best of 1, need I remind you. Hobbit, quick bullet to guys that drop. Nothing close, though.
Oh, he has the bomb here. He's going to have to go with his teammates. I think getting stuck in no man's land would be a big no-no, but both B players are bleeding very badly. 31 HP for Sergey and 30 for Alexi.
Yeah, Isaac did get caught by that scout shot, and this is working lovely. Nice bit of teamwork. Alexi B with the Molotov, but that's only going to last so long. Now they're running out of options, though. Hellraiser's surely going to have to back out of this one, and it's going to be just down to Hobbit. No health, and there's the second. Ents, they break the drought. It's merely a shower, though. Not really.
You're not getting the job done, mate. I'll do it myself.
B has been such a problem for Ents. They haven't been able to keep hold of it. And now Alexi B and Sergey tested once again. Great connection from Sergey. Alexi needs to do the same, and they do. A double from Sergey. Looking for 3. Woxic's not going to make it easy. Back into the site. The AWP, the entry fragger. It's Woxic. Of course it is. Back to Tons. It's going to be his responsibility. The bomb's not going to be down for him, and therefore more closing in on keeping Angel safe. 2 CTs just on the other side of that wall. Every noise you make will be heard, and he knows it. The Molotov's going to make plenty of noise. That's so much info. They're pushing through it. And Angel, softened up, is going to find both. Alu, he's there as well. He's only got the AWP. This is going to be 13 for Hellraisers unless this man does something absolutely crazy. Goes wide. It's not good enough. No time. No hope. And Woxic seals the deal. 13, and that's a very happy Hellraisers. My goodness, what a half, Chad.
New coach Amy behind them used to just scout, so this is still a decent buy, all things considered. They've been able to get together a lot of gun rounds. 2 nades are going to land. Alu's going to take a chunk of damage, but still finds the kill on Hobbit. A great opening for Ents if they want to stay in this one.
Wow, he sees 2 HEs coming towards him, and he just holds the line.
Doesn't blink.
Doesn't even blink. That certainly doesn't smile, but he gets the frag. IXCB, aggression towards mid. It's going to be met by the flashbang. Trying to force Issa out of position. Issa to receive them on double doors. Angel going to have some support now given to him as Issa starts to Scarper. They're going to forego mid should the T's choose to take it. This is the beauty of Dust 2, though. It can go from feeling like B is being pressured to... Oh, never mind. They're not going to be feeling like B is pressured because here's Angel and Issa. Chad, you're nodding. You like that?
Yeah, it's good info play, and they did.
Takes the aggro away. They burst out the apps, and it's all gone wrong. Taco trying to save the day here, and they're actually getting a bit of help. This could actually fall back in their favor as both CTs now coming from the spawn position. Shazam on the long flank. They're both so low. Ricky could use the decoy to a bait out flash. We'll see if he wants to do that. Going for pure kills here. Down he goes. It looks like this run has actually been pulled apart. Somehow, some way, MIBR win it. I can't explain it to you. Absolutely unbelievable scenes. The first 3 kills go in favor of Taco, converting the scout shot player, and Shazam. Great play from him. Manages to hit a wonderful one towards short as well to close things out. So, and will be Shazam through.
He's got to be very careful in his position. In fact, he's going to fall back, not go for a triple plant that all goes default. Has just enough time before Stan gets in place, but normally we say double op retakes, a bit of a problem. This time it's actually not so bad because they're there before Fallen can fall off the bomb, and they have a crossfire set. They've got information, but Cole's got the AK. Finds one already, knows where Stan is, needs to be careful not to overcommit to the peak, waits for him to get in, and the headshot comes through.
That's more like it. These are the sort of plays we expect from the likes of MIBR. Situation.
Liquid, in fact, yes, Vanguard. They had 8 CT rounds to secure a very comfortable 8-7 split on the half versus Liquid. This time, we're seeing how their CT side fares versus NRG. Now the eco. It was an inevitability, but it took to round 5 to see NRG's money truly broken. Unwilling to force this time, charging into the jaws of Kickert. And he should be able to spray them all down. Lines them up, and I think it's going to be Crizin. Oh, that couldn't have worked out better. He gets the AK as well. Nothing lost, but plenty gained. Do your math.
Have to respect it because it's worked for Avangar. So now you can see like they're having to flash every corner, jiggle peek. It's taking a lot of time. 45 seconds left on the clock, and once again, it doesn't look like they have a clear idea. And Avangar with James and Kickert in the toilet so close have so much information.
Uh-oh, they're about to get a whole lot more. Breezy's here is the information, and the double from Breezy. He had no right for the second Kickert. Well, kicking himself a third. Breezy, you can't do this. That's not fair. 4 frags. He might even find the 5th here. Tags Crizin up. Daps will dunk it, but
Ethan and Daps. Ethan has the AUG, but Daps only has one of those MP9s.
I'd love to see Daps' weapon by stats. I swear he's got the MP9 more than the rifle.
Fugly's pushed all the way up long here at A, so Cirque's rotated B. They can at least hedge.
He's flashed, and he's dead. Crizin starts to go wide on monster. He's get another one. Crizin, I feel like I'm listing every single player from a Vanguard. They're having these moments, heroic moments. Now Cirque, next on the chopping block for Crizin. 3 scalps on his belt loop, and he's done. Round 12 secured.
Here's the problem. When you go back and you watch the demo, when you do your demo review as a team for NRG, Breezy has no excuse for what he did. No one's going to say, oh yeah, bro, I can see what you were thinking there.
It's not just 1 round though, is it?
Well, of course not, right? But at 4 rounds on the T side of over...
Skin, again, hiding with map control.
James dropped all the way back towards the tree. I assumed to throw something for Buster here. He's going to get a chance to pick. He's walking up.
Cirque's holding it. This should be unwinnable for Buster. He shouldn't get a thing. Patience, though. He has teammates. Let's not forget that. They need to draw Cirque's fire, and now the smoke's there. He has to clear. Oh, but Cirque, smart work, holds up to his responsibility with a reposition. Now Fugly to be tested. Crizin and Fitch going wide. Their backs turned. It's the perfect crossfire, and James, he's not long for this world.
By Cirque.
What a round from Cirque.
He needed to make that play. Fugly was stuck. He was relying on the truck player to cover his long, but that's not a position.
Massive plays at Dren this time. That flashbang is spot on. He's done so much damage and 2 kills. Make it 3. Go his way. Pop flash to perfection. And that passage of play may have just sealed up the round for FaZe.
They've set that play up, or they've tried to execute it a number of times, and this was actually obviously the most impactful. That's perfect from Nico, but you also have to say, Mistake on the Renegade side. Not a single player of the 5 that are at top banana playing anti-flash. That B bomb site.
That's a really good point. They're going to be far more static now, and Renegades, of course, have no way of knowing that, but if they just execute right here, right now, if they can get this first kill on Rain, everything opens up nicely for them. He's not going to fully commit, though. Backs away. Because there's only 25 seconds left, Renegades are out of options. They've got to be quick. They've got to be concise with their commitment. And they've realized, okay, we can't go B. Let's go back to A again. But there's 3 players stacked on the site. This could be a massacre. This could be a disaster. 10 seconds now, and Guardian is going to claim the first kill. And it's going to be every bit the disaster that I was anticipating. Guardian flicks across the head of JKS. He can't get Lias, but Lias doesn't have time. This round is going to slip away from Renegades.
Beaten by indecision. They wanted to make that beat. Nico's asking everyone for where they think they can exploit some kind of the defense, and that's a tough question to answer because FaZe, they haven't figured it out yet. None of them have.
They have to win 4 straight, and they've only won 2 on this half, and 1 was the pistol round. So this is asking a huge amount of FaZe.
But when you put it like that, Vince, it doesn't sound good at all.
It certainly doesn't, Moses. I am not holding my breath for this comeback. Let's put it that way. Meanwhile, Renegades could not be in better shape. 30 seconds left. Olaf Meister's been found and fragged. Azza able to drill him between the eyes. Guardian, everything rests off him. If they're going to get anything out of this, it has to come through his hands. Adren's been thinned out. There's the frag onto Gratisfaction. More pressure now applied. Lias, though, off the site. It's going to do damage while Rain comes in with the Glock. No, Azza. I was about to say, surely you don't get Glock bursted down. And Azza, in amongst the frenzy, actually picks himself up a handy ace.
Yeah, it was a sneaky ace, really. It crept up on you.
I thought Lias got a couple kills there, but I think Azza
playing a little bit closer to these choke points, maybe neutralizing a smoke wall that'll be set up, and that is going to hurt. Almost doubles up on Celsius, but Device has 2 already on the entries.
Oh, this man is on fire. Quite literally on top of the Molotov and still landing shots left and right. He's feeling it. He's confident. He's going to push into A main. But flush up, the 1 player occupying it has been neutralized, leaving Automatic in a 1-on-5. And Device is a step ahead of him. Deagle in hand, close range. Doesn't get the kill. That's an AWP that's now been dropped out. And it is the primary AWPer for Cloud9. Could do a bit more damage yet.
You don't see Device make that kind of a play too often, obviously feeling so comfortable and confident in this game so far. Obviously had a brilliant round as well. Maybe it was a little bit of a heat check on his part. Smoke is going to give away Automatic's position. It's not even going to cover everything perfectly. He does get the 1 kill. That's a great reaction on a Dupree, but immediately doesn't look good at all. 3 players for Astralis over 100.
Top ADR is Rush on 53. And it's not like Xyp9x has had a bad game. I mean, he just simply hasn't seen much confrontation. Everyone's been taken away from him.
That's the thing. He is the inner bomb site anchor, right? And he's never really had to rotate. And if he has, all the kills are pretty much gone. And, you know, they haven't really made it too much into that inner bomb site. Outside Rush we go. Cloud9 trying to go to the basics, see if they can just get out and win some fights. They do get 1, immediately followed, but the AWPs at this range are just so brutal. Magisk is doing a great job with that secondary AWP position. Glaive is going to take some damage through the smoke. Magisk has a new angle, and he catches that one. It's a narrow one onto Kiyoshima. Low HP. It's possible for Automatic. But Xyp9x and Device there with the angle. The other AWP as well now in play. Device hasn't found any action this round, and that probably makes him a bit bored. You might as well throw us something and see if it works, but boy, are they getting stopped everywhere they go, no matter what.
Yeah, that's it. It's not as if Cloud9 have been thick-headed and not tried to change things up. It's just wherever they've gone, they've been dealt with. There's going to be another bomb plant, of course, final round of the half. Astralis won't care about that. Xyp9x also. The Molotov just spreads to Automatic on the last tick and claims his life. Rush gonna try and hold on.
Tell you what, this Astralis with AUGs in their hands looks pretty nasty as well.
Doesn't it? Now Alex getting in with a deagle right here. That opens up a little bit of space for the Vitality guys. That said, though, only pistols against the Orcs. It's a tough situation to be in, Alex. There's not a lot of space you can create around them.
Oh my god, I'm laughing because I could see Simple's reaction to that death. It's when you're holding Palace and you get shot from Connector, you're like, guys?
Yeah.
Guys? Thought you had me there.
I think we all experience that in matchmaking once in a while.
Oh, for sure. Usually it's my job and I'm like, I'm smoked window, what do you want me to do? Anyway, nice work again. The Deagle's working for Vitality. NBK gets another one, my goodness! You said you want to see a new level. This is it. Vitality, they're taking it in turns. There's only one man left. Flamey, he has been great. 10 frags in 6 rounds of play. And that's going to end, of course it is. Apex, spectacular late round play with the Desert Eagle. Alex started it, NBK continued it, and Apex closed it.
And that was just beautiful by Vitality. No strategical aspects coming.
4v4.
Seems like they're setting up for this B execute now, Na'Vi. You have one guy towards the B bomb site, another guy about to rotate in. That's Apex, as you can see, walking through the kitchen. I think they have a decent read of it, and we'll have to see whether they can cope with it. A Molotov is going down. They're trying to slow down the pace here. It's coming in now.
Oh, that's a lot of nades. A lot of nades. RPK's forced away. Molotov's can do enough, and the smoke, actually, that's interesting. That's a defensive smoke from the CTs, forcing some close quarter exchanges. You can't get them from a distance. You have to leave apps. Come to us, they say. And RPK does more than that. Double kill. Apex is there as well. And this round dissolves in front of Na'Vi. RPK spectacular on the defense there, giving Zeus a lesson in the B hold.
And that was beautiful. You said it. If you want to get nerdy about it, then sure thing, Alex.
Yeah. Looking to farm some soul shards for the raid tonight. Anyway, Na'Vi. They are just 2 rounds away from being so very comfortable. Be their second win, 1 away from the next stage of competition. Simple started things. It's Simple onto ZywOo. We knew it would happen. And he even tagged him. Close. But not close enough, Edward. Catches RPK, and now Apex on the reaggress. This could be huge. That's the bomb loose. Alex and Apex, both the A's, are doing damage. And another one from Apex. Surely not. I think this is going to be perfect. 4 from him in quick succession. If ever there was a time to step up, it was right there. ZywOo both set up on site, but they're already in. Flamey Tetris. Simple sight. And Flamey's caught Apex. That's a big brunt of the CT defense on A gone. No one in CT. That bomb could technically go down, but he has to cross. That's the problem at the moment. Bomb in the hands of Flamey, and he is, well, sandwiched in sandwich.
Super difficult situation for both teams to be in right now, because they're not sure whatever they push. That's the thing. What do you do without utility? Flamey has to go for the kill at some point. Simple have to be the backup player with the AVP. Oh, the boost is coming in. That was close, but ZywOo not able to connect. I feel that's a shot he would hit when he's in shape.
Yeah, but either way, that's a boatload of information. Zeus, though, gets the frag. And now Simple's there. Na'Vi, they're managing to dig their way out of what looked like an impossible cross. All on Alex. We were singing his praises, but a 1v3 may be too tall of a task. Recovers the AWP, and he's out of there. They're going to be playing for overtime. They're conceding the 15th. And wow, the regulation lies on Simple's AK.
It's going to be fast mid-control for 2 guys. 3 guys towards A. It's going to be a fast A split, this one, Alex.
Apex puts some bullets through, actually gets some connection, some info. Nade starting to rain down towards A, and Apex and Alex are going to be the first on the scene. Alex has already got 1. Flamey down in middle. That's going to be enough, and it looks like OT. Just Simple, Electronic, and Zeus. 3 remain from Na'Vi to try and make this too easy. My goodness, Simple does make it look easy, but now NBK just on the edge of CT. It's enough. Deagle not going to connect. Zeus, last man standing. We're going to overtime. Vitality and Na'Vi locked head-to-head, and a sigh of relief from Vitality. They had 0 margin for error. Staring down 15 for a 1.
Again, have been gained by Na'Vi, and that's a big problem for Vitality. They're left wondering what's going to happen now. It could be an A go, could be an B go, so how do we rotate accordingly? Smokes goes down, Simple gets another kill. Now it's all up to ZywOo. He needs 1 or 2 kills here.
Wasn't expecting that. That doesn't stop him fragging, and another one. Flamey gone. It's just Simple left, and of course he re-peeks into him. Now Simple's got a shot. 2 versus 2. He's got such an understanding. He knows Alex is there. Choosing to back away, though, because he realizes time is of the essence. Bomb retrieved by Electronic, and I think Simple, has he faked the runaway to catch a CT pushing up the middle? He didn't necessarily have plans for it, but Electronic will shut him down. And my goodness, 1 re-peek into Simple could cost you a round.
What a beautiful play by Simple. You question, was he doing that on purpose? And I assure you, he was. That was just beautiful counter-strike by individual Simple.
Apex has to gain this frag. He hasn't even hit a single bullet. Simple finds 4. Wow, that's what happens when you have... And I think we might even get to see that again. So, through the wall, Flamey dies, Nade is loose, kills his teammate.
Yeah, that's a little bit of an unlucky situation, isn't it?
Oh, Na'Vi are going to be likely unfazed by that. I'm not going to make assumptions.
Oh, that was beautiful by NBK. Going for that wallbang, that is just, you know, that's a skill right there. That's not lucky necessarily. He knows where to shoot, and he made the shot happen. Obviously, the nade thing, you can count that to be.
Don't think he was counting on that part of it.
Nah, probably not.
That's more kind of...
He's starting to find some impact, right? He's been having a rough game so far, but he's starting to find some impact. This is a very valuable first frag. Obviously, they do not have mid control, but it seems to me like they're falling back and want to take that. Otherwise, it could be a simple B-go. We'll have to see what happens here.
I worry for Vitality every time they walk towards middle. It's so scary. Electronic and Simple are your CTs holding middle, but ZywOo's present, and he's coming to life in overtime. Another shot. 2 frags for Vitality, both from ZywOo. And Edward, his aggression on the CT.
Again, Vitality opting for a very slow start to the round, making sure that nobody's pushing anywhere. You can see on the minimap, you have a guy towards the A-bomb side, making sure nobody pushes. You have Flamey going for the aggressive peek, not hitting it though, but it gives them a lot of information that you have an AVP towards the B-bomb side. That's why they comfortably can take middle now. Simple not having it though.
Yeah, comfortable's a strong word when Simple's in the server. Double. And I think a triple, my goodness. Oh baby, a triple. Simple is not going down easy. He wants a second over. Trying to keep them at bay, but now the smoke's coming in. That's it. The jig is up. They know where they're coming. It's now down to the execution. NBK's already taken Edward out, but look at this from Flamey. I think that patience is definitely paying dividends. He's got 2, 3, and not the 4th. It's Simple responsible for that one. A quick round, but Na'Vi hold fast.
And once again, Na'Vi is reading it perfectly fine. They know Vitality have had no success taking mid control. They know that there was no mid presence at all. So instantly they're thinking to themselves, all right, this is going to be another contact play, either towards A or towards B.
Starting to group up.
And you can see Neff is instantly making the rotation towards the B-bomb side. Now he's been spotted towards A-bomb side. NIP initially think, all right, Neff, he's the runner for this team, so he's towards A right now. It means the B-bomb side is probably going to be volatile. That said, though, there's a lot of rotation going back and forth. And Stewie is left alone right here towards the monster area, and he's going to see some action now.
Yeah, so much action. In fact, Get Right's probably going to be catching that flash. They do. Not able to profit from it. Instead, Dennis keeps him safe, as does Rez coming wide from short. Twists down. Some of the hard hitters gone, but Naf very much still in this round. Taken out by Get Right. And now with the bomb down, Elige on the retake, and a spectacular one at that. The boost. I don't think Forrest expects this. He's smart, but is he going to surely not anticipate this? The AWP 2. They dismount. And they're going to be swapping weapons. Elige on the low health, going to go first. Upgrades to the AK, that's 1. Forrest, he's not going to expect 2 from the same location, and that's enough. Liquid will find the 4th. Close from NIP, the best shot yet.
And there was, again, all this guy on the screen. Dennis has been struggling a lot. That said, though, he gets a nice entry kill here on Nitro, and that's a good opening for NIP.
He has Rez in support, pre-aiming exactly where Elige considers aggressing. Instead, digs his heels in, realizes toilets is his responsibility, and that's going to be a smoke to the top of long. We'll get the CTs moving for sure. They're not going to assume this is clear. It's on Elige, though, to take the frag. Dennis, nice work. This round's all him. Double kill from him, and Naf. Naf's looking in the right place, but so is Forrest. Oof, quick adjustment. His crosshair has been in the right place all major long, and it continues to be so. Securing what could have been an awkward round. I say that, maybe speaking too soon. Nitro from behind. They do have the bomb, and they do have plenty of time. It's awkward, but it's not over. Forrest already found 3. Dennis is set up. Nitro does have a kit. That was an assumption, and I've been punished for it. Do you know what happens when you assume, Jacob?
Yes. What happens?
An ass out of you and me. 10-2. Nitro's had a spectacular start in this best of 1. Does have the kit. Does he have the time? Great decision-making from Nitro. Makes it a 1v1. Forrest left alone. The bomb is not planted for him. Certainly not ideal. He's checking it. It's going to be all about adjustments. Makes it clear where he is. Pushes it. Nitro has managed to make the impossible possible. 12 frags in what has been just a few rounds. And the Molotov instead. And look how it goes. Dennis, he's cracked into the site. Twist next to be tested. He does so fantastically. Just the FAMAS, but still finds the head of Dennis. Naf, in the meantime, managed to take Lekro up. But Twist, he's burning. He's flashed. He can't really work it out. And neither can Forrest, because he's right next to him. Finally, Get Right's Molly finishes what it started. And now just Forrest, as the dust does settle 1v3. We have our 9th. Liquid, they take it. But that was a little chaotic. Nice to see NIP willing to pick up the pace, and Stewie.
Different styles of Counter-Strike being displayed on the same map, on the same CT side.
Liege starts a slow crawl up long, looking a little hesitant, anticipating some re-aggression from the ninjas, and he's not wrong to expect that. There is a man there, Rez, given that responsibility, but not choosing to go wide just yet.
Completely alone and isolated. He has no backup whatsoever. He opts to go aggressive now. That could be dangerous.
What is that adjustment? Rez might get another one here. Twist's gone too. Two of the strongest aimers in North America dismantled by one Swede with crosshair placement like no other. What a flick.